Greetings, YouTubians, and welcome back to Wayne Sharp World, and happy National Knife Day to all you knife nuts out there. You know, this is such a great day, and I had the most epic unboxing video for you guys that I was so excited to bring to you, but unfortunately, I found out that those knives aren't going to be available till September 3rd. So what I did was I actually scrapped the unboxing video. I'm going to turn that unboxing video into kind of a quick review of each knife after I've had some time to really carry it. So there'll be a lot more time put into those knives and give you a much better idea, because some of those you're going to want to jump on quick because they are fantastic. But that's not till September 3rd. So don't be surprised when I have a really nice upload for you guys on September 3rd. But today, that brings us to a video for today because it's National Freaking Knife Day. I gotta have an upload for you guys. So I went back to my list of videos to make and I came across one that I thought would be perfect for today. So today we are talking about the best 3-inch knives over $100. I already brought you the list of the best 3-inch knives under $100. Today, we're talking a little more expensive knives, which is a good thing because we're going to be talking a lot more US made, some European made, and of course, some Chinese made. So a very nice geographical spread of knives for you to choose from. A lot of them are available, and I'm looking forward to bringing this to you. And we're going to get into it right now. And if you want to give me a little gift on National Knife Day, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Follow along. I'll continue to bring you guys the unboxings, the lists, the reviews, all the fun things. I love bringing it to you, and I love having you as a subscriber. So if you are subscribed to the channel, thank you very much. Now, this right here is the TRM Atom. Now, this is obviously not a 3-inch blade. This is a 3.5-inch blade, but this is what was in my pocket today. So thought I'd give you guys a little pocket check for National Knife Day. And we are actually going to use this knife to start the list. Now, these knives are not in any order. These are just, we're going to start with all the American knives first, then we'll get a couple European, and we'll close out with some Chinese knives. No order. I just truly think all 9 of these knives are 9 of the best knives under 3 inches and over $100 you can get to add to your collection / rotation. Now, okay, back to this knife, the TRM Atom. I realize this is over 3 inches, so we're not talking directly about this knife, but we're talking about its little brother, which is going to be the first knife I'm going to have on the list. And of course, they're all going to be linked correctly below to the actual knife that I'm talking about. But I had to include the TRM Neutron. Now, I don't personally own one in my collection right now. I've handled one, I've carried one. I actually kind of semi-owned one for a little while, and it's almost identical to this. It's basically just a shorter version. So a 3-inch blade and a smaller handle is basically your TRM Neutron. American made, fantastic quality, super slicey blade with great action. If you get an Atom or a Neutron, obviously we're talking about the Neutron in this video, I would highly recommend the titanium scales from TRM. They are expensive. I believe they're well north of $200 just for the scales, but they are amazing. They literally transform the knife into a completely different knife. And man, oh man, look at that beautifully centered blade. This is a phenomenal knife. Again, we're talking about the TRM Neutron, not exactly the Atom. Nothing else would be this confusing, I promise. I figured this would be better than a picture. But the Atom and Neutron are phenomenal knives. And for a 3-inch blade, the TRM Neutron is a very solid option any day of the week. And that's the knife to kick off the list. Now let's have direct visuals of the next knives. Next up on the list here is the Spyderco Para 3. And this would not be a list covering the best knives with 3-inch blades over $100 if the Para 3 wasn't on the list, because this thing here, and this is also, I believe, the CQI version of the Para 3, and oh my gosh, the detent is magical on this thing. The best detent of any Spyderco knife I've ever handled. The compression locks worked phenomenally well. You can even thumb flick this, which I can't do with a lot of Spidey holes, but it works really well on this model. Ergos, as with just about every Spyderco, are spot on. Nice, slicey, full flat grind on that blade of S45 VN. That Spyderco does such a phenomenal job with the heat treat on that S45. Really an underrated steel, I think. It's I would consider S45 a premium steel for sure. The edge retention, everything with it, the toughness. Very nice steel, and these are pretty easy to find, and it's one you can't go wrong with. You got that nice safe compression lock. Spyderco is just about on any list I make because I've admittedly told everyone before, I am a Spyderco fan. I definitely consider them one of my favorite knife makers, favorite brands out there, and the Para 3 is one of the best models Spyderco makes. So, gotta be on the list, gotta be on the list. Now, if you want something automatic, I have an automatic option for you guys today, and it is the Protec SBR. Now, this guy's coming in well under 3 inches. It's closer to like 2.6, 2.7 inches, I believe. But man, oh man, great ergos, nice, snappy Protec action. We're still talking US made. This was actually a Blade West, I believe. Yeah, I got this at Blade Show West last year. And look at that inlay. It's just beautiful with the blue blade. Woo! It matches so well. Looks fantastic. That nice milling on the handle. Excellent fit and finish. Excellent automatic action. Such a satisfying snap. Protec easily makes the best out the side automatics in the industry. And I always enjoy a good Protec snap. And the SBR brings a great snap. And for a knife under 3 inches and over $100, it is one of the ways to go, in my opinion. Excellent option right here, the Protec SBR. Next up here, we have another American-made knife from Hogue. And as you guys all know, this is the Hogue RSK. 20 CV steel, 3-inch blade, that excellent able lock action. This is just another example of Hogue at its finest. I have both sizes of this knife, the mini RSK as you see here and the full-size RSK. And it is arguably a perfect, and I mean perfect knife. Ergos are great. Blade is slicey. Edge is well honed. Action is phenomenal. Fit and finish is on point. It's everything you want in a knife. And this is actually a really affordable knife too. I believe these start around $150 or $160 for 20 CV steel and American made. It doesn't get much more of a better value than that. Phenomenal value. I believe they're going to start offering these in Magna Cut, I believe, if I remember right. I think that's happening. I don't know how available these are right now, but there will definitely be more available soon. And you know, there's always links down below for all these knives. So the Hogue Mini RSK easily makes the list and one of my favorites. Now, next up here, we are getting into, you know what? Let's go the European route and let's talk Giant Mouse, because this is not the only Giant Mouse on this list, but I think it might be my favorite. It's really tough between these two Giant Mouse knives. This is the Giant Mouse Acebiblio. This is, of course, a more premium edition with the micarta inlay that is done so perfectly well, and a bronzo handle material, which is a little heavier, but man, oh man, great ergos, nice choil, excellent blade. The closing action is, I wouldn't say super stiff, but it feels kind of tight. But boy, oh boy, that deployment, ooh, so good. You got to really kind of shake it good to close it on the shake. But man, oh man, you can definitely middle finger flick it. And it's just a great knife. Nice, classy look. I love that bronzo and micarta finish there. My bronzo and micarta combination. But it also has pretty impeccable fit and finish. Got that nice wire clip there for you. M390 on the steel. Excellent knife under 3 inches, but over $100. This one's well over $100 too. I think this one's coming in around $250 if I remember right. So, yeah, but I will say I definitely, I see $250 in this. Very nice fit and finish, very nice knife. And I may not be specifying all the prices on these knives, guys, but of course, it'll be in the links. I want to try and keep this video a little shorter because I know there's a lot of content to watch today for National Knife Day. The other Giant Mouse knife here, we have the Giant Mouse Ace Atelier. Or Atelier. I think it's pronounced Atelier, but it looks like Atelier. This is basically the Giant Mouse Ace Grand made into a smaller version. A perfect little 3-inch blade. Great ergos. I might like this. I'm so torn between this and the Ace Grand. Let me know in the comments which one of these do you prefer. Do you prefer the Atelier or do you prefer the Giant Mouse Acebiblio. They're both excellent, but man, oh man, it's so hard to pick just one. But let me know in the comments. I'm very interested to hear your thoughts on that. Excellent little blade, nice stout, kind of beefy little blade, but still a really good edge to take care of any of those EDC tasks. Fantastic middle finger flicking action. And of course, you can also thumb flick this with ease. Very nice carbon fiber on the handle, and you also have the wire clip. Kind of a nice fancy little design from Giant Mouse. They've really made a lot of strides this year. They've been kind of quiet about it, but they've made some excellent knives. Next up here, we are going back into the Chinese produced area, and we have the Wii Knives Hyphen. I don't know how available this is, but this thing is absolutely sick. A fantastic blade shape, super slicey hollow grind that comes down to a razor sharp tip. Love that crackled bronze finish on the handle. Very nice pocket clip. This is Wii at its finest, guys. Absolutely everything done right here. This is a little more, pretty high, pretty expensive. I don't remember the exact price. Of course, it'll be down there linked. But man, oh man, I love that blade shape. I absolutely love it. I also, you guys know I like a real simple drop point blade too, but every once in a while, one of the more exotic blade shapes come across and gets my attention. And this knife in general just screamed at me. And then my buddy Dilo said, dude, you got to try this. This is amazing. And that was pretty much what sent me over the edge. I bought one right away, and I don't regret it. Still one of my favorite knives of the year. This thing is phenomenal. The Wii Knives Hyphen. If they're still available, check them out because they are definitely well worth it. Next up here, we have a Pena front flipper. And I'm not specifically talking about just this Apache front flipper. I genuinely mean any Pena front flipper under 3 inches. Most of them are well under 3 inches. We're talking like 2.89, 2.75 inches for one of these. The action for a front flipper is as good as you could possibly get for the most part. I'd probably consider it just about perfect. I love the front flipper tab on these. I love the feel in hand. It's a perfect EDC size for a lot of people. I prefer a little bigger, but I could still easily make this work. I've carried this by itself many days, easily reach around approved. And it is just so damn smooth. Love that deep little click it makes on the deployment. And look at that blade, that Apache blade shape. The Apache is my favorite. That's why I'm highlighting it in this list. Easily my favorite front flipper from Pena, but there's a lot of good ones out there, and there's none of them that I would steer anyone away from. And I'm sure there's probably some pretty good ones on sale today, which will of course be linked below. But man, oh man, you really can't go wrong with the Pena. Sometimes the problem is just finding them, but they have become easier to get lately, so that's always a good thing. But yes, the Pena front flipper is always a solid, amazing option for anyone looking for a knife of higher value, but under 3 inches. Last up, guys, we're already at the last knife of this list, and you knew there had to be a Kaiser in it, because anytime Kaiser makes a knife, it's worthy of being on one of my lists. And this is really one of the few that fit the bill for this one. Usually there's 5, 6, 7 Kaisers I could easily throw on a list. But this was the only one that really made the cut for me. This is the Kaiser Mini Bed Glider Premium with frag titanium and a 20 CV blade. And the deals on this thing, I feel like this knife didn't quite get the credit it deserves when it first came out. You got titanium, you got a really nice milled 3D deep carry clip, you got 20 CV, and you have one incredibly slicey hollow grind on this guy. This is a knife that it does feel a little smaller than most other knives in the hand because it has kind of a slightly more narrow handle. It's got some nice thickness to it, but the narrowness of the handle, it does take a little getting used to. When I first got this, I'll be honest, I liked it, but I didn't love it. I've come to love this thing. I really have. It has such a great detent, as just about every Kaiser does. The clip gives you a really good area to secure the knife in your hand when you go to kick that blade out. and it just looks amazing. And right now, these things are on sale for, I believe, under $150. They might even be, they're somewhere between like $135 to $150, I believe. I believe they're available at a few places. I'll have maybe a couple links available for this guy, depending on the sales going around. Because of course, I always try to link the knives that are, you know, on sale, or like if this is available somewhere for 160 and it's available somewhere else for 135, obviously I'm gonna link the lesser one for you guys, because like I said before, we all work hard for our money. We're not trying to carelessly spend it when we can save a little. But this is definitely one worth dropping over $100 on. Excellent little knife, great quality, great fit and finish. And again, it, like most Kaisers, it looks really, really nice. And ooh, that middle finger flick, very, very nice. That's it, guys. That is the list. Let me know. It wasn't nearly as long, but I think I packed a lot of punch in this one for just 9 knives. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Most importantly, if you're watching this video, thank you for watching the video, but most importantly, thank you for being a part of the knife community, because it truly is one of the best communities out there, filled with some of the best, badass, fun to be around people, and every day I'm happy to be part of this community. So I hope you guys had a great National Knife Day. If you bought a knife today, let me know in the comments what you got. I'm always wanting to hear that. I actually bought a knife today too. I'll share that with everyone in the comments below. And yeah, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And until the next one, I'm out.